agents would always be on the lookout for people in sunglasses and leather trench coats. It's kind of like...
Yeah, because we know nobody else walks down the street with sunglasses and leather trench coats. Yeah, like, oh yeah, sunglasses and leather trench coats. Sunglasses and leather trench coats. Let's get at it on it. Like, line them up. Like, wait, what? What? What's up, guys? This is me, Crimson6062. I want to say thank you to my patrons. If you want to help out the channel, please hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you want to become a patron, the link is in the description. Please help this channel grow, and we can actually spread the word. Yeah, we're going to be diving in a few news stories. All right, so let's get into this first video. Now I'm gonna actually play something. And follow along with me. It's gonna be something where we're going to actually do a little introduction about this. Now, I am a fan of God of War. I like the original games. I liked God of War 1, 2, and 3. I like Chains of Olympics. I didn't play Ghost of Sparta that much because it wasn't interesting to me. And I played the God of War 2018. While going through YouTube, I actually came across a video that was actually criticizing the God of War 2018. And let's hear this gentleman's take on God of War 2018 so we can actually just see some of his biting critique of it here.
Me my vengeance, then all on Olympus will die.
I couldn't care less about this mother and son drama that has nothing to do with me, especially when it's told to me in little tiny fragments with many hours between them. I'm just killing these enemies because they're in my way. Oh, wait! Finally! After traversing this dreary underworld level, do I get to fight that giant death bird? Do I? No. Screw you. Here's another troll. So, I'm annoyed, I'm bored, and I'm frustrated. And you know what else? You know what makes this so much worse? This little puñetas right here. He will not shut up. You know what the original God of War series really needed? An 8-year-old boy incessantly screaming, "Father! Look out!"
Now, here is Under the Mayo. Now, if you can't tell, Under the Mayo, he doesn't seem to, how could I say this politely? He seems like one of those angry little suburban kids that, well, I need to be edgy and I need to have this. And I watched his critique of the God of War 2018 game, and part of the critique was, well, the game is too easy, and so all you have to do is button mash. And then it was the game is too hard because you have to pay attention to the surrounding areas around you. Now, the problem I come is you try to couch your critique in this logical, philosophical point of, well, it has this wrong, and it basically come down to the game is too artsy, and the game makers are trying to tell a story instead of just trying to play a game. And I took it as one of those edgy motherfuckers who tries to be all the edge with no point. Now the problem is, like, he has a second channel, and so I was like, okay, let me examine his second channel. Well, and then I came across this video. Go with me here. How Under the Mayo has a problem with The Matrix 4. Let's watch.
There's a new Matrix movie coming out, and I'm moderately excited about it. I mean, after the sequels, there's not much to be excited about, really. I was worried about Matrix 4 being like Indiana Jones 4, where they would just try to copy the old movies in a really pathetic and desperate attempt to recapture the past. But the trailer...
Mind you, this is somebody who's made a video denigrating new video games because they're not trying to recapture the past. Yeah. Let's go.
For Matrix 4 does look like they're putting forth their own vision into its own movie with its own identity. So that does get...
Now, mind you, it was made by the Wachowski siblings, and they literally had creative freedom for Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. The two that this gentleman said that he didn't like as much. Let's hear some of the let's hear some of his other explanations. Let's go.
Give me hope. And so I have a friend that I spend a lot of time with. Her name is Jackie. Some of you know her from my streams. And I show her a lot of old movies that she hasn't seen. And I showed her The Matrix like half a year ago. She really liked it. I mean, come on, The Matrix is a great movie. But we...
No, it wasn't, man. It was a unique movie. It was a style setter, but it wasn't just a great movie. It had its flaws. Especially the first Matrix. But let's go. I mean, edgy, right? Edgy.
We did not watch the sequels because they are not good. And now that the trailer for Matrix 4 is out, I was like, okay, we're going to have to sit down. We're going to have to watch these sequels. We watched them. She did not like them. She fell asleep, I think, 3 times. Yeah, so... But I was thinking about something when I was watching them. I started taking some notes. And I wanted to bring up, well, I mean, I could talk forever about all the things wrong in the Matrix sequels, but I just wanted to focus on one aspect, and that's the fashion.
Now, if you've watched The Matrix and the sequel, because it was really just one long movie, it was a lot, and they should have actually had better editing, but if you watch The Matrix and the sequel, they had so much different fashions. Like, and okay, bear with me. I don't know what this guy's on about. I really don't. I watched some of this movie, this video, but like some of the stuff he didn't make sense about. So let's go.
There's in the first movie, the crew that's on the Nebuchadnezzar with Morpheus and Trinity and what's his name, Mouse and Tank, Dozer, Cypher, right? And then Neo. When they go into the Matrix, they all kind of have a similar fashion sense. And there's a scene in the Matrix where Morpheus tells Neo that, what does he say? He says that the way you appear in the Matrix is like your mental projection of your digital self or something like that. Basically, however you see yourself in your mind, that's how you appear in the Matrix.
Yes, if you have an image of yourself, then that's how you appear in a Matrix. Meaning that Neo was bald in real life, and when he got into the Matrix, he grew hair. Like you know what I mean. Like it was just like he didn't look sickly or frail like he did when he was out of the Matrix. But let's go. Please don't tell me he's gonna say something stupid. Oh, okay, let's go.
So Neo sees himself that way, and so he appears that way. He appears with the trench coat and the black shirt and stuff like that. And Trinity sees herself with kind of like the leather tank top and the tight pants and all this. Like
no, that's not what that means. That's not what that means, you fucking idiot. It has nothing to do with the clothes. Okay. He's actually shown it. And let's just go back. This is them popping in the Matrix. He shows it. This is him. Like, he's not in a... Neo is not in a trench coat. He's in some black jeans and a fucking green shirt. Like, then he's in a suit. He is literally in a suit. And then you see this. This scene. This is they can change clothes. What they meant by that is how they physically look outside of their clothes. That's what that means, you fucking idiot. Okay. All right, let's go.
Trinity sees herself with kind of like the leather tank top and the tight pants and all this. Like, how you see yourself is how you appear, which is a cool concept. I like that a lot. And everyone in that crew all kind of has a similar fashion sense. Everyone appears like in a goth, dark, punk sort of fashion.
It's almost as if it was the style of the movie. Wait. No, he didn't. No, he fucking didn't. He is not equating a goth style, which was basically just because they try to look badass in a movie, with the way they actually thought they looked in the projection of the Matrix. Like, that's not what they meant, dog. You are literally taking a literal interpretation of that versus, and Morpheus even says it, the hair, the missing of the plugs in the arm, that's what that meant. It's not going to how they actually dressed. But let's continue.
And I always assumed that was because they had a bond as a team.
Well, then that's because you assumed wrong. And you know what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you, not me. You assumed wrong. But let's go.
You know, like when you go out with your friends that you've been friends with for 10 to 15 years, a lot of you tend to dress...
Wait. I bet he's one of these people that didn't get that in the Matrix, the person who played the White Rabbit or Rabbit was a man versus a woman. I forgot how they switched it, but it's just like, yeah, one of the characters was transgendered in the first Matrix. I bet he would have an issue with that shit. I bet he would. But let's continue.
Similarly, like I wear a lot of black clothes, and so a lot of people I hang out with are also in black clothes and rock t-shirts and that kind of stuff.
Wait.
Similarly, bond as a team. You know, like when you go out with your friends that you've been friends with for 10 to 15 years, a lot of you tend to dress similarly. Like I wear a lot of black clothes, and so a lot of people I hang out with are also in black clothes and rock t-shirts and that kind of stuff. No.
Oh my god, he's edgy. Oh my god. Wow. This motherfucker right here is edgy as shit. He's fucking edgy. I wear a lot of black, and then the people around me wear black. Like, oh my god. Okay, let's go.
Not all of them, of course, but a good amount of them. And so my assumption was that this crew has known each other for a long time. They have a deep personal bond, and they probably have a lot of similar interests and feelings, and so they all have a similar fashion sense when they appear in the Matrix because of that connection they have.
Dude, your head canon is wrong. What you thought in your head was just wrong. It's just that they wanted to dress like that, fucker. Like, I don't get how you could actually get that. Whoa, they have a deep bond, and so they all imagine themselves dressing alike. No, that's not it. They just wanted to look inconspicuous, which was the opposite of wearing all black in a group. But like, no, okay. It's not like it was a prop and set designer and costume designer that just wanted to give this aura of a cool look versus they all thought alike. So like, I bet this is one of the motherfuckers to be like, oh, we're in a think alike, so we're good, right? Well, let's continue.
And that makes sense. But when you get to the Matrix Reloaded, and you have all these different ships and crews from Zion, and when they have these meetings where they all appear in the Matrix to get together and talk, everyone dresses in a dark punk goth kind of way with trench coats and sunglasses. And I find it really hard to believe that out of all these different ships and crews and personalities, there's not a single person who's in Matrix image reflects their personality, making them look in a way where like they're in, I don't know, like shorts and a football jersey.
Really? Fucking really? First of all, that actually flies in the face that these are all soldiers in a fucking army. What? They're soldiers in an army? They are literally soldiers in a motherfucking army. But he's actually, and my headphones became disconnected, but he's literally taking it right here. He is literally taking it right here. That nobody looks, everybody has this same kind of identity and style. Like, for real, dog, for real, dog, for real. You are literally going there. Like, your headcanon is so fucked up right now. Like, I don't even know what to tell you because you are literally doing the thing where you're thinking that, of course this is like, no, they are literally just talking about how their hairstyle is, how they don't have any plugs, but you're taking it to the whole thing of fashion. Okay. Just think of it as this is a uniform that they wear, and that's why they all dress like that. It's hard to look menacing when you're in a tank top and football shorts. It's hard to look menacing. They want to look menacing like they're the cool hackers, which I guess they are in story because they're hacking the computer code. But like, okay, wow, shit. All right, let's go.
Or khaki pants or blue jeans and a plaid shirt. Like, nobody looks different than the goth fashion style of the first Matrix movie. I found that really, really off-putting and a really immersion breaking as well.
Wait, there is literally a man flying around the city. There are literally people who are phasing through doors, jumping 30 feet in the air, and doing like crane kicks and shit like that. But what's immersion breaking is a group of like-minded individuals dressing in the same type of style and faction. That's what's immersion breaking. No wonder you fucked up your review of the God of War, because you had a fucked up ass headspace. You don't know what's going on. Your brain and your imagination doesn't work that well, because, dude, the fact that you took it as it went down to their style of clothes lets me know that you don't have an imagination. You sound stupid. But let's go.
I guess you could say that maybe it would look silly, but they could have written it in the way to make something like that work, because that would be much more believable in the world of the Matrix. And the fact that they made everyone look like that, I think it's really representative of the problems the Matrix sequels have overall, where they were way too focused on the superficial aspects, like the style, the fashion, the effects of the first movies, and maybe like mythology stuff, without really focusing on the deep character.
Wait, did this motherfucker just say? He just said that they were too focused on. Let me just hear that again, because what I just heard is in the Matrix sequel, they weren't thinking about the mythology or more philosophy of shit. Let me just play that back. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go back 10 seconds.
Parts of the fashions the Matrix sequels have overall, where they were way too focused on the superficial aspects, like the style, the fashion, the effects of the first movies, and maybe like mythology stuff, without really focusing on the deep character parts of the story, which is what made the first movie work in the first place.
What deep characters did you see in the Matrix, in the first Matrix movie, versus Reloaded and fucking Revolutions? I don't get that. Like, they literally talked about philosophy. You had the Merovingian talking about what is desire or some bullshit like that. You had his wife that was like, oh, she loves him and all. Like, they literally did philosophy. That's the reason why a lot of people fell asleep, as you put it, on the Matrix sequels, because they were so bogged down with philosophy and senses of identity, and what we now come to understand, that it was talking about a trans journey. But to me at the time, it was about identity. But you know, with somebody with the name Under the Mayo, and who openly admits that they dress like their friends and they think that their friends are supposed to have the same mindset, when it comes to individual identity, not individualism, but individual identity and who you are as an identity, yeah, that may go over your head. But let's continue.
Like, the first movie is great as a sci-fi movie. You know, all the robots and the technology and the kung fu and all that stuff is great in the genre. But what makes it so good is the character journey of Neo, and the character journey of Smith and Morpheus and Trinity. The things they learn, the things they sacrifice. And in the sequels, it just feels like nobody really learns or sacrifices anything, at least not to a point where it feels like it really has a deep impact on the story.
What? Did this man literally just says in the sequel nobody sacrifices anything? Like, what movies were you watching, dog? What movies were you watching? Literally, they had Neo as a Christ figure. Really? And it didn't affect the story. Literally, in the Matrix Reloaded, you see Neo talking to the architect. And you know what? If you want to say he chose not to sacrifice Trinity, but sacrifice Zion in a process, then cool. If you want to say, like, you know, fuck. One of the main conflicts in the Matrix is somebody was like, no, I'm going to be greedy and I want to get back into the Matrix. Like, fuck. Like, what does he miss? And yeah, G, I know, and I made that point earlier. It's literally about identity and who somebody is, and from the Wachowski siblings, you realize that it was about them dealing with their identity and who they were as trans women, and like, it is more explored in the sequels than the original Matrix because they couldn't put it in the original Matrix. But, oh my God, he said that nobody had, he must not have watched. Like, people were just throwing themselves over grenades left and right in Revolutions. Oh, well, my friend's gonna die, so I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Oh, this person's gonna die, so I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Like, were we watching the same movie? I literally have a copy of Revolutions over here. It was people throwing themselves hand grenade over hand grenade over hand grenade to sacrifice for the cause. But let's continue.
it's kind of like I draw a lot of comparisons to RoboCop, but it's very similar to RoboCop, where RoboCop is a famous movie in the sci-fi action genre because of the aspects that it has that pertain to that genre. But what makes it so good and so memorable is the character story of Alex Murphy, of RoboCop. It's a story that could be told outside the genre. The story of a man who loses his identity, who loses his life, and has to fight to reclaim his humanity. You could tell that same kind of story in the setting of RoboCop, or in the setting of a monster movie, or in the setting of a romantic comedy.
Is it me, or does it just seem like he likes one violence and gore? And the fact is, if it's just violence for violence sake, that makes it good for him. But other than that, it's just like, dude, what are you complaining about? Like, I just like, just judging by the few videos that I saw from Under the Mayo, it just seems like he doesn't have it seems like he doesn't have a good grasp on character, plot, or story for that matter. If it's not straightforward, then he doesn't get it. But let's finish this video. Come on, let's go before
comedy or in a period piece. It's a timeless kind of story that is put into a sci-fi genre setting. And The Matrix loses that. The Matrix dives 100% into its genre while leaving the universal appeal of the first movie through its character story. And I think the fashion aspect of it, of everyone in the movie appearing the same way in The Matrix, was a big signal that they were going to lose that. You could even see it. I didn't notice it then, but looking back now, before the movie came out, there were a lot of promotional posters that were teasing the movie, and there were individual posters of each character in the movie. Like there was a Neo poster, a Morpheus poster, one of the twins, and like that cut their heads off, and you could only see their torso down to like their pelvic area of the outfits that they were wearing. And at the time, they were really exciting. Like, oh my god, look at this, a Neo poster, a Morpheus poster. But if you look at them now, they were big red flags. Because if you look at the fashion of the first movie, the things they're wearing in The Matrix are pretty grounded. If you look at Trinity, you look at Neo, like their fashion is...
Wait, what? Wait. The fashion in the original Matrix was grounded. You said that Trinity was wearing a leather tank top, and she was flying around and kicking around everywhere. That's grounded. Wow. Fuck. Wow. I have a misunderstanding of what grounded is. Okay. Wow. Grounded. Damn it. Oh, okay. Let's. By the way, Hell Satan, we're doing a new person called Under the Mayo. And here's his. I got to pull up his avatar, but he is literally called Under the Mayo. Let's go.
Is cool, but it's not really extravagant. And in The Matrix Reloaded, suddenly everyone's wearing like $1,000 designer coats and ties and all this stuff, and like they were marketing the fashion of The Matrix as its own thing, separate from the movie.
Wait! Oh God! Wait! So you're telling me where you can make yourself look like anything, have any sort of resource that you can carry into the Matrix, that you can dress however you want, however cool you want. Under the Mayo has literally said that he wears all black because mostly wears all black and shit. And you're complaining that a digital code that you can construct to make yourself just look all to the nines, that you would just wear some bullshit? Like, and I'm not just talking about you have the nice clothes to wear and shit like that. The shit is perfectly tailored and fitted to you. You can just wear it like a motherfucking boss, like you got your own motherfucking personal tailor. And you think somebody's gonna be walking around frumpy and shit? I would feel better if these motherfuckers had spandex or some shit like that on to make it look obvious that they're gonna be flipping around. But you are complaining that they had a budget for the movie to look better. Wow. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Let's finish this.
And that was a big red flag. Like, I remember, like, in the first movie, yeah, like, they were wearing sunglasses some of the time. And then in the sequel, suddenly they're marketing, like, a Matrix line of sunglasses. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of getting off topic. I'm starting to talk about all kinds of things. Basically, I feel like the Matrix sequels were very style over substance. Like, they're the perfect example of that. And, oh, you know what? Okay. So talking about everyone in the Matrix appearing in the goth fashion style, it's a really bad idea. So if you had taken it where different crews of people kind of appear in their own ways because they're different personalities, that would have been much cooler and much more realistic.
But you're missing the point. Oh my god, it didn't mean that their style of dress was going to be like they were visioning the Matrix. Mr. Anderson was dressing in a fucking business suit and frumpy ass tie. But when he got into the Matrix, he immediately started changing to like just a stylized version of himself. It is not the fashion that they meant, dog. It was the way their hair was. And Morpheus even says it. It's the way your hair is, the fact that your plugs are gone. That's what he was talking about, not the style of clothes. And I'm sorry you're not smart enough to catch that, even though they blatantly said it. While you're just like, you know, just like praising down at the feet of the Matrix, the original movie, because I don't know reasons, because you missed the point of the fact that the second and third movie, which is like heavily about philosophy and who you are as an identity and how your identity shapes the world and what you would give up for that identity to be who you are. I'm sorry, but you don't. Oh God, you're hung up. Your biggest problem with the Matrix sequels is the fact that everybody dressed all in goth. Mind you, these are all soldiers in an army. Okay.
But if we go with the premise of the Matrix sequels, where every single person that appears in the Matrix appears with sunglasses and leather coats, aren't they making themselves a huge target for the agents? Because if everyone who comes from the outside world into the Matrix looks a certain way, well, then looking that way makes them big targets, big obvious targets for the agents.
What? You don't say! Wait, what? It's almost as the agents knew that they were outsiders. Almost as if the agents couldn't connect with them because they were not connected to the Matrix. Oh my God. Why? This is why I hate people that just don't pay attention to the movies and oh God. And then they try to make these big long videos talking about this one sorry point. Oh my God. Let's almost finish.
Agents would always be on the lookout for people in sunglasses and leather trench coats. It's kind of like...
Yeah, because we know nobody else walks down the street with sunglasses and leather trench coats. Yeah, like, oh yeah, sunglasses and leather trench coats. Sunglasses and leather trench coats. Let's get at it on it. Like, line them up. Like, wait, what? What? Okay.
Like, it's kind of like in Star Wars when in the first movies, like Obi-Wan Kenobi was like hiding on another world, and he was wandering through the deserts in like a big robe, and that was just the way that he looked. They didn't actually say that the Jedi dressed that way. That was just the way that Obi-Wan Kenobi dressed while he was hiding out on a planet. But then the prequels established this thing where all Jedi dress in these robes. And that makes the original movie not make sense at all, because if Obi-Wan Kenobi is trying to hide on another planet,
oh my god,
then why would he dress like all?
Oh my god. Wait, he didn't. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. So he was saying that because the Jedi dressed a certain way, that Obi-Wan would stick out because he was a Jedi. Oh God. Yes. Hell Satan, his surface, like, my brain is hurting. Oh, it's not like that if you had the Force, you can hide yourself from the Force. Oh, wait, you can. Oh, okay. Whew.
All Jedis dress in the robes. Wouldn't he dress differently so he doesn't attract attention? It's a very similar problem, where they take something that makes sense in the original movie, but then they turn that into some other aspect of the mythology that ends up...
He keeps playing this scene as if other people, like, even in this scene, and I know you guys can't see it because I have my screen kind of chopped off, but over here to the left, it's a person who is in a white color, like robe or jacket. And yes, they have sunglasses on, but god damn, he's stupid. Okay, let's go.
Contradicting what they originally established. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited for the next Matrix movie? I am kind of excited. I'm going to go in with moderate expectations. I'm just hoping for a fun movie that has some good character stuff.
Wow, okay. No. Like, how much do you guys, like, for real, like, all right, so you guys in the chat first, he was about to fucking shield, and I'm gonna shield first. If you're watching this video, you've made it this far, please like, subscribe. If you're watching the stream live, hit the like button. If you're disliking the video, hit the thumbs down. It both of them lets me know how the video is going. But this guy's surface, like, look what he said about RoboCop. Like, what is, how? Well, the way you look in the Matrix is your identity. That just means that, like, Morpheus actually explains it, but he wants to put it on a knock. Like, chances are he didn't understand the philosophy that was going on in the Matrix sequels. Man, Joe, you get the daily double. Like, oh my god, these guys who had media cater so much to them, who had so much just, you know, simpleton explanations for them, where it's just like, no, that's not what the movie was. If anything, the movie itself was so focused on identity, and even in the goth leather trench coats, it was so much diversity in the way these people looked, and of course they stood out. That was the point of them dressing like that, because they wanted to stand out from the crowd of the actual the actual rest of the people that were caught in the Matrix. And if you want to read further into it from more of the true meaning of what we come to find out that the Matrix movies were about was the identity of transitioning. It's more of the, hey, we have a style that makes us stand out and it makes us look different to the rest of the world. They went for the goth aesthetic instead of the queer aesthetic or the transgender aesthetic. But still, it was the we stand out. And that's the thing to it. Now, I can't speak to that because that's not my thing, but it was more of the whole, hey, we have an aesthetic that makes us stick out. And we all have the same mindset of a different identity of who we are, and this is our group. The fact that he can't get that or doesn't understand that or keep up with the original directors and the authors actually said about the movies that they made. Yeah, sure. You're mad at the Matrix sequels because everybody dressed in a goth aesthetic. Yeah, sure. But anyway, as I said before, guys, if you're watching this video on playback, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share the video. Anyway, thank you for watching this clip. If you're in live chat, stick around. We have some more videos to go over. And yeah, if you want to actually help out the stream, you can actually reach my Streamlabs up top at Streamlabs at Crimson60620, or I have a Cash App at Crimson60620 or my PayPal. Thank you, and we're cutting the clip right here.
If I gave myself the power